Welcome back to Messy Monday. Hey, or not hey, because today's topic is serious. And if you're new here, this is a part of the week where we talk a little shit with insight. Messy Monday is where we get into the messy dynamics, mixed signals, questionable behavior, emotional overlap, and yes, third party energy. It's trashy tarot, but it's not careless. It's not reckless. Nah, yeah, I take that back. It can be. All right. Because people are bitches. Some. Anyways, we still break things down and call things what they are. Today's reading is about third party energy, how this person actually feels about the third party, what their intentions are, how involved that situation really is, and what kind of impact it's having overall. So you've been feeling like there's something else in the picture, whether it's another person, unfinished business, or emotional overlap. This reading is for you. In front of you, there are three images. Choose the one that you're most drawn to and try to stick with just one so the message stays clear and doesn't get scrambled. Don't overthink it. Trust the first pull. Now, before I get into the reading itself, I will describe the situation. That way you know you're picking the right pile for you. Okay, so if it doesn't resonate within the first few minutes, go ahead and pick another pile only if it doesn't resonate. Okay, because like I said, try to stick to one. Okay, let's get into it. I'll see you at your timestamp. Hi, group one, if you chose this card. It's the Cornucopia. So there could be a financial connection between this person and the third party, or maybe it's between you and them. So the first part of this reading, I'm going to look at your situation with them, and that's how you'll know this reading is for you. If it doesn't sound like you within the first few minutes, you might want to pick one of the other piles, or there just might not be messages regarding your situation this time around. I'm available for private readings if you want to look into your own situation. All right, Spirit, for my group ones, what is the situation between them? Obviously, third party here, the Three of Cups flew out. This is someone that you really enjoy having a good time with. Y'all go out to eat. Y'all go socializing. It's fun. It's fun. There's flirty banter between you and them. Like y'all tend to get defensive, but it's a dynamic between y'all where y'all have a good time, but there's a boundary that there's a boundary up in place where you can't fully be totally open or out in the open. Obviously, as we say that, we pull the moon. So there's a lot of secrecy. So this is a very hidden connection. Not too many people know about it. All right, the Star in the reverse. And you're feeling like it's a little bit hopeless. Like y'all situation is hopeless. There's people involved. You've got sweet feelings that are growing or that have been growing over time. We go from the Page to the King of Cups. You could be dealing with a water sign, strong Pisces, and Aquarius here. It's giving star-crossed lovers here, where y'all have a great time together, but at the same time, once the feels start, like the drinks start kicking in, someone's guard goes up. It could be yours, could be theirs. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, someone slows things down. Earth sign energy. Tell me about the Moon. Y'all hang out at night. Y'all are very secretive. Oh, tell me about the Moon. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, y'all are like under the guise of friends. We're friends only. Okay. We work together. We're colleagues. Like, people might have their suspicions, but they can't quite put their finger on it. Tell me about the Star reversed. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you're composed, or they're very composed. There could be status here. Somebody's married. Queen of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Very guarded and protective over this connection. Y'all tend to go into hiding together or isolate together. All right. And it's like it's a lot of fun behind the closed doors here. All right. What's the current situation between y'all? Spirit, what's the current situation between my group ones and their person? What's happening right now at the time of this reading? How will my group ones know that this is their reading? What's the current situation between group one and this person? How will they know this is their reading? How will they know? They'll never know. Page of Swords in the reverse. Y'all could be in a no contact situation, spying on each other. Someone's getting a little obsessed about having a new beginning and being reckless. All right. Very tempted. This person or you, somebody's a devil here with, you know, they have a whole ass family, but over here, they're in the public eye. They are someone of status, or their status and reputation really matters to them. They don't want to look foolish. What's the situation between group one and their person? What's the situation here? Three of Cups. There's a desire to reunite, or there's an upcoming birthday or celebration. Tell me about the Fool. What's the current situation here? Temperance. Yeah. You want a new beginning. You want to heal this situation. There's something about a birthday or a party or something's coming up or happened recently. Tell me about the Devil. A get together here. Tell me about the Devil. What's the situation between group one and their person? How will they know this is their reading? The Knight of Pentacles. Moving cautiously, very carefully. Okay. Back of the deck, the Magician. The Five of Wands in the reverse. There's a desire to come together, to quit fighting. Okay. It's like y'all could be in a no contact situation as a result of this third party. Something happened during a celebration. Four of Wands. Yeah. It was at somebody's home, or what happened here? Ten of Swords. Yeah. Something having y'all's last encounter, or the recent encounter, was at somebody's house after some type of get together or a celebration, going out at somebody's wedding. Okay. Yeah, the third party was there. You felt betrayed. Maybe your person gave attention to the third party. How will my group ones know this is a reading? Tell me about the Fool with Temperance. We've got Sagittarius, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Aries. The Ten of Cups. Yeah, you're over here in the background, honey. You not in color, know what I mean? This person and their family, some of you could be LGBTQ or somebody's hiding that. We've got someone here in the background. You felt ignored. This person is all about their family, their whoever they're with. Tell me about the Devil with the Knight of Pentacles. How will my group ones know this is their reading? Two of Swords. When this situation happened, you are currently in this space of, do I continue hanging on or do I just release it? Because you're angry right now. You're upset about a false start. There could have been a promise or something that wasn't delivered. Talking about we're going to get together, talking about we're going to go on that trip, and nothing. You see them that they're all focused on their family or the person that they're with a third party. I feel it's a party. It's a, what do you call it? A person, not a situation in this case. All right. Now, let's see what's going on between your person and the third party. How do they feel about them? What are their intentions? What are their thoughts about this? Okay. All right, Spirit, when it comes to my group one and the person that they are inquiring about, how does this person feel about the third party? What are their intentions? What are their thoughts? What role does the third party play? All right, what's the likelihood of contact or reunion between group one and their person? And how does this affect their connection? Last one. All right, group one, their feelings for the third party, the Six of Swords. All right, Page of Wands. The Hierophant in the reverse. The Ace of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. King of Swords in the reverse. The Star reversed. Last one. The Mob. This is a connection that would be very, the connection between you and your person. This connection would be very controversial. There would be a lot of people in opposition to it. Okay. Now, the World in the reverse and the Fool, there's still this sense of unfinished business between the third party and your person. It's like they're revisiting a chapter in their life and talking it out. Talk about, let's make improvements. Talk about, let's make this happen. But as far as emotions go, your person's feelings for the third party is this Six of Swords. So they want to patch things up with the third party. They're in this place where maybe there's reconciliation between the two of them, trying to get on the same page. Because your person, honestly and respectfully, your person is not wanting to let this go. Even though they feel it's a challenge, they feel that perhaps something needs to change in the relationship because they lack accountability. Now, your person, they show up as someone rather immature or rather impulsive. This is a leap before you think type of person, and that's what's gotten them in trouble before. Okay. Now, your person's third party, they hold the money or they hold something about this person's stability, even with the cornucopia. All right. Like this person is at risk. Your person is at risk of losing their stability if they step out or if they, act out of line. What the hell? Oh. My perception was off. Okay. So, yeah. Now, the third party holds the money or holds the stability. The stuff could be under their name financially. I feel this is a marriage we're talking about because we got the Hierophant in the reverse. Now, your person's thoughts about this is that they don't want the commitment, though. They feel it's very overwhelming. They don't like responsibilities. But there is something about things are starting to look up or things are starting to improve in the life of your person and the third party. And you're over here upset about it because this is affecting you and you're salty, honey. Okay. King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, it affects you. You're feeling hopeless and restless, upset. Let's clarify a little bit more here. Spirit, how does this person feel about the third party? Tell me about this Six of Swords. Foresight. It's in the future, a few days to weeks, a few months, direction forward. They're thinking of forward movement with the third party. Possibly planning a trip or some getaway, a vacation. Past. There's too much history here. All right. There's love here, honey. Okay. Now, your person's not the best at expressing it, but they feel like this strong sense of entrapment or like, I can't let things go because this is who I committed to. We've got history. Now, with the intentions, your person is trying to bring the spark back into the connection because part of the problem between them and the third party is that the spark has been lost. You know this. You're aware of it. You try to bring the spark and the passion into this person's life and get their little feathers ruffled. Not but there's something about people watching or people not approving of this. Tell me about the Page of Wands. Y'all's connection is like non-traditional. Call, okay. Now, if your person is in disconnect from the third party, their intention is to get them back. Talking to them, unblocking them, bringing that, like I said, bringing the spark back because this person was acting single and now they're over here trying to work things out because of stability, because of history and commitment. All right. Tell me about the Hierophant in the reverse. Why does this person think this way? Or maybe you don't know, like this, because I'm getting like, what are they hiding? Why are they hiding this? Faith, because they're hoping that they can turn this situation with them around. Anger. One of the things that this person does, I don't know if it's like an identity crisis or maybe they're getting up there in age, but having a side piece, honestly, sorry, respectfully, group one, if you are the side piece, right? If you are the side piece, this person hooks up with you because they like the validation. All right. I want to ask how this person feels about you. All right, Spirit, how does group one's person feel about them? What are their true feelings for my group one? How do they feel? The puppeteer, like they can control you, like they can manipulate. Tell me about the puppeteer. How do they feel about my group one? The Four of Swords. You know what? Fuck this person. Sorry. Knight of Cups, Two of Cups. Okay, look. They do have feelings. Or, yeah. They do have some feelings, but this person is super manipulative. They think a lot about, they feel like they are being manipulated by the third party. They feel like they can manipulate you because of the third party. However you see it, it is about control and manipulation, okay? Now, or they feel that maybe you're being manipulative. All right, hold on. Last card. When it comes to the puppeteer and the Four of Swords, are they the ones doing this, or do they feel someone else is doing this? Give me a major or an even. If it's them, give me an odd card or a chord card if it is my group one or the third party. It could be the third party. Got the Three of Wands. All right. So they feel that a lot of things are against this, even though they've got feelings. However, Queen of Cups in the reverse, Ten of Cups in the reverse, but they're not happy. Now, this person is always the sense of Seven of Cups was in the back of the deck as well. They need the validation and you provide it. All right. But they feel that situations outside of them are beyond their control. They have no real control over this because it's tied to finances, because it's tied to security. If you resonate as the spouse or the main squeeze, then they're getting financial gain from the third party, or it is the third party that depends on your person financially. Because there is, however I look at it, there's a financial tie. There's history here. If you are the main squeeze, you're married to this person. The Hierophant in the reverse is telling me that this is not a, what do you call it? A connection where they see the long term in it. But if you're the side piece, this person is hoping to work things out with their spouse. Hopefully that's making sense to you, because it's very clear to me about someone that plays the victim or someone that feels that they are a victim. All right. Now, the likelihood of y'all coming back into contact or reuniting is this Wheel of Fortune. So that might be up in the air. It's a 50-50 that y'all are going to reconnect. And it's about the timing of things. I would say, yeah, y'all are reuniting and reconnecting. Queen of Pentacles, when we're shifting seasons, and I feel like it's the springtime for you guys. Yeah, it's when we are switching seasons. I get that strongly here, that y'all could come back into contact. Because the way that this is affecting you is that you're not seeing something clearly. You're upset. You're frustrated. All right. Tell me about how this is affecting my group ones. How is this affecting my group ones? Yeah, you feel stuck in your thoughts, stuck in your head. I feel strongly that you are not the main squeeze. Yeah, you're thinking about revenge. You're thinking all these dark thoughts, like you're going through it. Dark night of the soul, dark shadow. It's like you're facing some truth or some reality, and it's upsetting. It's upsetting because you were hopeful that this was going to work out. And it's like, as you see things, you lose faith, you lose hope. Excuse me. Tell me about the mob here. Tell me about the mob. Completely done. Moving on. Ending cycles. Some of you are going to decide to walk away and move on. There's something that you are seeing about the situation that you don't like. Yeah, there's a dog out there that's being annoying, chasing cars. That could be a sign for someone. But yeah, this is like a choosing of parting of the ways, maybe coming together to, try to get things to clear the air, and something happens where it's like, okay, this is not working out. I'm not getting anything out of this. It's time to be done, because you're trying to avoid the mob over here. Mob mentality, mob thinking. All right, it's like, no, I choose to move on. Spirit, what is my advice? What is your advice? Not mine. What is your advice for my group ones? When it comes to this third party situation, what is your advice for group one? End it. Release it. We've got death. Change your mindset around this situation. Confirmation. Scorpio energy. Okay. Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus. We got Sagittarius, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then we got the Lovers. The choice is yours how this plays out. There is a lot of history. There's a lot of emotions here. Ace of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers. Five of Cups in the reverse. Possible getting over this, right? But it's something like you have to draw the line somewhere so that things can change. If you choose to remain invested in this, let your boundaries be shown. Tell this person, look, this is what's happening, or voice it. Let this person know what your thoughts are. Okay. Group one, that is what I have for you, honey. I hope this was insightful. And if you found it insightful, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Stay real. Stay blessed. Bye. Hi, group two. You chose this card. This is the Mercury wand. And this is about communication. It's attorneys. It is stockbrokers. It is banks, institutions. So this one, like group one, feels like it is connected to finances, or someone being, I just saw the word traffic here. I don't know what language this is, but it's the Mercury symbolism. So there's something about communication, news, legal stuff going on here. All right. How you'll know this reading is for you. Let's take a look. Let's look at the connection between you and your person. If this part doesn't sound like you, I recommend you choose one of the other piles, but stick to one, okay? All right, Spirit, for my group ones, what is the dynamic between them and their person? What is the dynamic between group 2 and their person? The 10 of Cups. Y'all could have a family. All right, or feel very happy together. What's the relationship dynamics? The Ace of Cups in the reverse, but you feel love has dwindled, or maybe that this person's emotions are not the same. What's the dynamic? The Eight of Cups. Someone could have abandoned ship. All right, feeling a lack of emotional fulfillment or detachment. What is the situation between group 2 and this person? Confirmation. King of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, someone had to walk away because someone could have had a drinking problem. Like I said, I feel like y'all have a family here. There could have been divorced or talks about divorce or separation. Something was unfair. Tell me about this 10 of Cups. What's the relationship between group 2 and their person? The 7 of Cups in the reverse. You face some type of disillusionment or reality pertaining to your person. Tell me about the Ace of Cups reversed. The Chariot. You could have decided to move on or take a trip, or maybe it's your person here that pulled away. Tell me about this 8 of Cups. What is the dynamic between group 1 and their person? The Hierophant in the reverse, another one, okay? Y'all are contemplating divorce. Either you walked away from marriage or commitment, or this person did. Tell me about the King of Cups reverse. What's the situation? What's the relationship dynamic here? Someone drinks their emotions or has a drinking problem. Knight of Swords in the reverse. The person is very temperamental. They're aggressive when they drink. All right. The Devil, as I say that. The Four of Wands. Yeah, I feel like y'all share a home or shared a home, but this person has addictions, nasty attitudes, especially when they're drinking or they're under some type of influence. It's like Jekyll and Hyde here with the Two of Swords. You're not sure what version of this person you're getting. At one point, it was emotional bliss, but then it's like love started draining you. I feel you're the one that pulled away, group 2. Yeah, you're like, you know what? Time is up. Things need to change. I need to walk away. It doesn't change the fact that you have emotions for this person, but right now you are emotionally depleted. All right. That's how you'll know. If this sounds like your situation, let's continue. Okay. Now, let's get into what the current vibe is between y'all. This will seal the deal for you if it sounds like your situation, as far as this being your pile. All right, Spirit, what is the current situation between group 1 and their person? I feel like we kind of nailed that on, what the dynamic is, but we want to know recent events. Okay, what is happening right now between y'all at the time of this reading? Spirit, for my group 2s, what is happening? What's the current situation between group 2 and their person? Judgment in the reverse. Okay, someone was called out for their shitty behavior and they are lacking accountability, kind of sweeping something under the rug. The Two of Wands in the reverse. You are a bit confused as far as what direction to go in. Whereas it's kind of at a stalemate, this situation between y'all. Oh my goodness gracious. Y'all could have children or children are involved here. Page of Pentacles. There could be a new job for you, your person. It's transitioning here. Judgment in the reverse is giving like someone could have lost a job or lost an opportunity. Maybe they dropped out of school. Put yourself where you fit. All right, hey. All right, Spirit. What's the current dynamic here? What's the current situation between group 2 and their person? How will they know? 5 of Cups in the reverse. You're getting over this. There is a very strong sense of disappointment. Something was lost. An opportunity was lost. There is a bit of shame or a bit of, what do I do now? Because like I said, someone was called out for their behavior. Someone was masking what they were doing and got called out for it. Tell me about the Judgment card here in the reverse. What is the current dynamic, or what's the active situation at the time of this reading for my group 2? How will they know this is their reading? The Hierophant. Yeah. Someone has some like moral issues, legal issues, some type of consequences. Someone needs therapy, honey. Okay. Someone needs some help. Tell me about the 2 of Wands in the reverse. The Tower. Yeah, you're something right now. There's a big disruption to your foundation in this connection, to your home, to your marriage, to your commitment. In whatever capacity this person is, right now, at the time of this reading, something has crumbled. Your view of this person, your belief in this person, because you can't believe they're not accountable. They're not learning some type of lesson, or they are trying to love bomb you over here. Well, not exactly. This person is very resistant. They could come in with a half-assed apology. I don't know. I'm getting love bombing behavior, even though we've got Strength and the Queen of Cups. Because I'm getting like they're trying to shove emotions down your throat. Babe, I love you so much. Babe, we're going to fix this, okay? I don't want to lose you, babe. That type of shit. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. Okay. 4 of Cups. You're not sure. You're a little bit indifferent. You're a little bit disillusioned more than anything, because you're like, meh, you come in with a shitty offer. I don't know. Page of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. You're like, I don't know if I want to take it. Okay. You got a long way to go, honey. Tell me about the 5 of Cups in the reverse. What's the active situation between group 2 and their person? How will they know this is their reading? The Page of Swords. You're really looking at your person, like studying them, observing them, but you're acting nonchalant about it. The Chariot reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles. So there's history here. And you're at this place where you feel you can't move forward, but at the same time, you can't really change things. So it's kind of like you're in limbo right now. Maybe traffic or transportation, a car, something like that is affecting this, right? Maybe you can't leave where you're at. Because I'm getting like not mobile, not going somewhere, not doing something because there are restrictions. Tell me about this Page of Swords with this 5 of Cups in the reverse. What is this about? Someone doesn't want to hear it. The Empress. You could be a mom, or this person is the baby mama. Tell me about the Empress. The 3 of Wands. Yeah, you're contemplating. You're like, do I keep pushing forward, or do I try to work things out? Because in a way, you don't want to work things out. You're kind of trying to release this. But you're worried about your finances, your stability. So you're like, I can't move right now. 4 of Swords. I got to just stay here and wait things out. What is group 2 waiting on? What is group 2 waiting on? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. For something to circle back around? Okay, 4 of Wands. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, you're waiting for maybe an opportunity to show up in your life. Because right now it feels like I can't because my home. I can't because our marriage. I feel strongly that y'all live together or y'all are in a commitment. So if this doesn't sound like you, then I suggest you pick one of the other groups. But yeah, this is really tied to your stability. All right. What are they waiting on? Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. You're waiting for karmic justice or maybe legal matters. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. A Nine of Swords. Yeah, you're stressing the fuck out, honey. Okay. The Moon in the reverse. The Eight of Wands in the reverse. The Queen of Swords in the reverse. You're a little bit upset about some secrets or some information that is being revealed or has been revealed. You're stressing. You're like, what about the timing of things? How long? How long till this? How long till that? All right, but you're in a reflective period. So if this sounds like you, honey, let's get into your person's feelings about the third party and what's happening there. And is there a reunion between you and this person? All right, Spirit, for my group twos. Talk to me about the third party when it comes to my group twos. When it comes to my group twos and the third party, their person and the third party, what are the feelings? Contention already. Conflicted. All right, let's split the deck. Five of Cups. The Tower. The Hierophant. The Nine of Swords. The Seven of Wands. The Two of Wands in the reverse. Page of Pentacles. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Group two. This person has a lot of shit that they're hiding. Whatever you found out about this person, that's not it, honey. There's more. There's more to come that you're going to discover about this person and the third party situation. Now, feelings-wise, your person misses the third party. I feel there was a disconnect between them and the third party. They're upset and disappointed over something that happened that affected the stability, whether it was being caught out, found out, because your person intends on blowing everything the fuck up. Like, I need to stop saying things like that, but, not literally blowing them up. But there is this about radically changing something in their life. Now, what they're hiding from you is that they are not abiding by the rules, or they are not being morally correct. I say morally, because we've got these very pressure-filled cards right next to the Hierophant, which is this person learns by self-destructing or by situations destroying them, their foundation. They're still tempted, like they haven't learned a lesson here. The person that your person is dealing with, the third party, they are someone that stresses your person out. And it's like they get a kick out of it. They enjoy it. They could have recently caused some turmoil, like in retaliation or something. Because this Seven of Wands is still wanting to fight for this connection. Like there's resistance here. I do want to clarify this a little bit further. Okay, Spirit, when it comes to Group two's person, how do they feel about the third party? Talk to me about this Five of Cups. Their sadness, they're like they could have had a fallout with the third party and they're missing them. Tell me about, there's regret here. Blind. Searching for answers, blinded to the truth. Okay. So your person could be watching the third party online and they're disappointed about what they're seeing. They want to know what's up. There could have been gossip or slander around this. How do they feel about the third party? Gamble. They took a chance anyway. All right. They knew, but they were being hopeful that things were going to work out. I'm sorry, group 2. I mean, I don't know what type of answer you're expecting between y'all, but your person is in their feels over the third party. It was a risky situation and they still invested. They were blinded to the reality. They don't know perhaps that this person, the third party, doesn't want commitment. There could be a work or school connection. There could be an age gap between them. What are group 2's person's intentions when it comes to this person with a tower? What are their intentions? Illuminate, reveal the truth, confessions. Denial, shattered. What are their intentions here? They want to reveal something very important that can change the trajectory of the connection with a third party. Let me get one more tarot card. All right, 2. 7 of Cups, 5 of Swords in the reverse. One thing, group 2, about your person and this third party is that they are not seeing them for who they truly are. They're blinded by this person's, the image that they project. Got the moon at the back of the deck here. Right? We had mentioned earlier, there's more secrets. There's more to come for you to be aware of. All right? What your person is hiding here. Tell me about the Hierophant. Tell me about the Hierophant. Your person could have told the third party that they were not married or that they were intending on getting a divorce or something. Tell me about the Hierophant. This one. Clown. Degrading appearances, shame, humiliation. Your person feels like a clown. They are learning something about the third party. They put the third party on a pedestal. They weren't seeing them clearly for who this person was. And there is, with a tower, something is coming to light where they're no longer going to be confused or conflicted, seeing the third party for who they truly are. I'm getting like your person's going to feel like a fool. There's shame and humiliation here. Now, the role that the third party plays, tell me about that. Tell me about the 9 of Swords. What role does the third party play in the life of group 2's person? Get away, go on vacation, run away. Obsession. Now, the third party, it seems a little bit delulu, or like mental health could be a thing, because there's something about them trying to tempt. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Okay. Tell me about the third party. What role does the third party play energetically? Addiction. This person could have addictions themselves. Commitment and key. Roll the dice. They kind of tempt your person, talking about let's move in together, or here's the key to my place, and serving them something that keeps them coming back. Whether it's what's between their legs, or whether it's alcohol or drugs or something, there is a toxic attachment here. And with getaway, it's like this person lets your person run free, enticing them to drink, enticing them to do things that maybe they've got a magical wand or a magical hoo-ha. You know, it's addictive. Well, I'm getting that. The Five of Wands. Yeah, they like it rough. Okay. Oh my goodness. We're not going to get into those type of readings. Hey, I should do one reading like that, right? What is a sexual thoughts about you? Okay. But I get like it's a very physical, very passionate, no holds barred type of connection. And that's what your person likes. But hold on. What is being hidden here with the Hierophant and the Clown? What is being hidden here? Because I feel like your person went through some type of disillusionment with the third party. The Crown, okay. So, the Crown and the Clown. Ain't that funny? What? I went from wearing the crown to being a motherfucking clown. They made a promise to the third party. They promised a certain type of relationship, a level up in the connection or something like that. And now they feel like they can't. And also there's something about maybe the third party is already in a different relationship and your person didn't get chosen. But the third party enjoys the attention, enjoys stirring the pot. Now, the likelihood of them, your person, coming back to you is quite strong. There is a little bit of resistance, but at the same time, clarity in this situation. They're able to see their shortcomings and they feel ashamed. How this is affecting you is that you're, again, not able to make a decision. You're thinking about this from all different angles. Do I take them back? Do I release them? What do I do? All right. Let's clarify. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. What's the likelihood of reunion here between group 2 and this person? Chew. Yeah, it's like a puzzle. You're right. You're really thinking deeply about things. It's very confusing. You're not sure. You're like everything was a lie. Everything was an illusion. You're remembering the past and you are a little bit guarded. You're like, before I accept you. All right. How does this person feel about my group 2s? What are their true feelings about? They got love for you. King of Cups. They've got a lot of love for you. They might not be the best at expressing it, but they're hoping for recovery. They're hoping to renew y'all's connection. Now, you are the one that decides. Tell me about the Two of Wands in the reverse. Trash. You think this is worthless? You think, I don't want it, it's garbage? You're looking back at the past and you're like, you know what? I deserve better. I deserve better. You're hoping for divine intervention, for karma to step in. But you're worried about money and finances, right? So I get it. I get that it's difficult to make a decision. All right. Now, what's happening next here with the Page of Pentacles? Someone could be starting a new job, a new career. Maybe this is you or this is your person. Tell me about this Page of Pentacles. What's happening next here? Death in reverse. Bob, I don't see change just yet, but I see you more guarded. Queen of Swords and Strength. You're in your power. You're detaching your energy. There's recovery for you after feeling this betrayal, but it's trying to work things out. Y'all will work things out in the long run. However, as of now, at the time of the reading, there is a delay in this because there's still more to come to the surface. Something isn't changing here with death in reverse. Your advice here is to seek the truth, to be clear. All right. What is this Ace of Swords in the reverse? Don't accept half-truths. Question things. Apple, wisdom, okay? Wisdom, death, sexuality, joy. What the hell? What is the advice for my group? Choose. Drinks. All right. And then silence. Right now, don't say anything. Don't do anything. Look for the truth. Search for the truth. There's something about drinking in this group a lot. Okay. Someone could have addictions. Maybe that is the advice here for, what do you call it? Don't trust what is being said if there are drinks involved. Don't trust the promises. Don't trust the actions of this person if they're under the influence. Or if it's for you, like avoid drinking your feelings or avoid engaging in things that would affect you in a negative way, right? But that is what I see for you, honey. Hopefully you found this reading insightful. If you did, give a like, a comment, subscribe, share, all the things. I appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Stay real. Stay blessed. Bye. Hi, group 3. You chose this card. This mountain with Saturn in the background is giving very heavy. And then the word on here is sterlite. So it's sterile. Maybe this person and your person don't have children together, or there's infertility perhaps. Okay, hold on. With Saturn, it gives very, very heavy energy. Restrictive, like not flourishing. All right. First part of this reading is we're going to cover the type of relationship, the dynamics between you and your person. And then we're going to look at what the situation is currently between y'all. And that's how you'll know if this reading is for you. If it doesn't resonate within the first few minutes, then you might want to pick one of the other piles. All right, Spirit, for my group 3, tell me about the dynamics, the relationship between group 1 and the person that they came to this reading for. What is the situation? Not the situation. What are the dynamics, the feelings between the two currently? For my group 3s, Spirit, for my group 3, what is the relationship dynamic between them and their person? How will they know this is their rating? We've got the 3 of coins in the reverse. Y'all can't seem to get on the same page to work things out. Ooh, this one flew out. We've got the 3 of cups in the reverse. Maybe you guys are in separation, but it's definitely third party and definitely not on board doing, trying to work things out. What is the relationship dynamic? Y'all don't have as much fun. Things feel heavy currently. We've got strength and the 2 of coins. Y'all are both very resistant to getting on the same page. You could be going back and forth with each other on whether something makes sense or not. 8 of Wands in the reverse. Maybe you're in no contact. 9 of Cups in the reverse. You didn't get what you wanted. What is the relationship dynamic between group 3 and their person? The Magician. What is the relationship dynamic between group 3 and their person? Tell me about this Three of Cups in the reverse. Things have felt heavy for a while. Things are not changing. You don't see things from their perspective. They don't see things from your perspective. And it's, yeah, y'all are doing your all own thing. Queen of Wands in the reverse. There's a bit of resentment, jealousy going on. Insecurity also. Tell me about the Two of Coins. What's the relationship dynamic between these two? Death. Yeah, something very much changed. It came to an end. Four of Wands. Justice in reverse. Some of you may be contemplating divorce or separation. Five of Swords. Arguments, conflicts, legal matters could be involved, or authority figures could be involved. But between y'all, it feels a little bit of hostility. Tensions, not getting on the same page. Voicing your opinions, and somebody's very busy. Okay, it's not giving the warm and fuzzies, guys. Okay. Tell me with the Three of Coins in the reverse with the Magician. What's the relationship dynamic here? Page of Swords. What's the relationship dynamic here? Oops. Ace of Swords. Relationship dynamic here. It seems like, okay, hold on. Four of Swords. And the Tower reversed. So it seems like currently you're trying to avoid some type of fallout. Six of Coins in the reverse, because things feel very one-sided, but you're not able to walk away. You're completely emotionally detached from this. There could have been a clear and cut decision to either separate, right? Y'all go your separate ways, or something about the housing situation is coming through also, where perhaps it's like y'all are living together, but you're not talking, because I'm getting communication being an issue. But it's very hard for y'all to get on the same page right now. There's tension currently. All right. So this sounds like you. Let's find out where you're at currently. All right. This part is going to look at your current situation. You know your story best. So let's see. For my group threes that came to this reading, what has happened between them and their person? How will they know this reading is for them? We've got the Six of Cups. Y'all could have children together, or you've been together a very long time. All right. 10 of Swords. There's been talks about you're not the person that you used to be when we got together. You've changed. It's like someone is accusing the other of this. It's like, what happened to the connection that we had? Now I'm begging for scraps. And we can't seem to agree to disagree. So there's been tension. There's been petty arguments and conflicts to where something is becoming very stressful. All right. The Star reversed and the Chariot. Something was so disappointing that there's plans to move maybe during Leo, Cancer to Leo season. That is the summer. I'm sorry, the Star. Aquarius season could be relevant, which would have been December and January. There could be plans to make a move in the summer when we are in Leo season. At the time of this reading is timeless. So those time frames stand out, or maybe you're dealing with a Cancer, Leo, Aquarius. But there could be plans to move or travel or something like that in the summer, which would be July and August. All right. What has happened currently? What's the energy here with the Six of Cups? The King of Coins in the reverse. There's been a loss of stability, or a sense that you're not on solid ground. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. What has happened between group three and their person? The Magician in the reverse. You feel that this person has manipulated things, people around them. You were fed a false narrative of stability. You uncovered this. You felt betrayed. Ten of Swords. Something came to an end. Here, 3 of Coins, 4 of Coins. But now it's like this person could hold your financial stability or you hold theirs, because there's a strong financial component. Just kind of like in the other groups too, right? Security is a very big thing. Can't talk. Security is a very big thing when we are involved in third-party situations. Not being able to leave because what about my livelihood? All right. Tell me about the 5 of Wands. What has happened currently between group 3 and their person? The 9 of Wands. The 2 of Swords in the reverse, the Hermit reversed. Y'all could be on speaking terms, but again, it feels like we're talking about the past, how things used to be, how we were solid and stable. I can't believe you betrayed me like that. 10 of Swords. However, it's going towards the Ace of Swords, which is about a new beginning. There's some truth that has been revealed recently where you feel this person manipulated this information to present themselves more stable than they actually are. Because I'm getting like there's something about now I'm picking up the pieces and now I'm trying to piece together something more stable. You could be looking through a financial situation and that's what you're upset about, frustrated. Where this person is currently interesting, from the 5 of Wands to the 6 of Wands. So they are in transition, stepping into a new role, or maybe this is you. But it's like, no, we're going to be okay. Like, let me carry this. All right. Like someone is feeling very overwhelmed and burdened by responsibility to where they need to show up, and it's leveling up in a position, leveling up in status. Back of the deck. Yeah. You have a decision to make. What has happened recently between group 3 and their person? Tell me about the 6 of Cups with the King of Coins in the reverse. The Hermit reversed, not understanding why things happen, trying to figure these things out. 10 of Swords and the Magician reverse. What is this about? The Chariot. I got to keep it pushing. I got to move forward. It's a strength test, a test of endurance. Tell me about the 4 of Coins with the 3 of Coins. What is happening? The 5 of Coins. You're trying to avoid financial loss. In all these images, there's 3 people. There could be a work tie to the third party. 7 of Coins in the reverse. Even 3 people in this image too, in the reverse. The Hanged Man. The 5 of Swords. And the Queen of Cups to the King of Cups. For some of you, the third party is at the workplace of your person or school. Tell me about the 5 of Wands with the 9 of Wands. What has happened currently? Justice in the reverse. Things have been unfair. 4 of Wands to the 5 of Wands. Again, there's this pettiness going on, but it's beyond petty. You're trying to avoid some type of disaster here with the Tower reversed, the 7 of Wands reversed. You're like, you know what? I'm not going to fight this. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Things have been unfair, but I'm going to try to see how I can get myself out of this. And it requires a move, or it requires a test of strength. Okay. The 9 of Coins. Yeah, you're working towards getting that stability. There's something about your rights are being protected. Your livelihood is being protected. Some of you, maybe you take this person to court and you're trying to sort things out. But if you're worried about your financial stability, you're going to be okay, whether it's with this person or without. Yeah, right now you're kind of talking things out. What happened? Where did we go wrong? Like, what do I need to do? Not that you're going to work things out, but this person has this overwhelming sense of responsibility for your livelihood. Anything else? What has happened currently? What's the situation here with group 3 and their person? Last card. Judgment in the reverse. It's the lack of accountability for you. Queen of Swords in the reverse. That's why you're upset. You're angry that this person is clueless. And they're not really clueless, but they act cocky. And it's a way of them saving face, or of them just not taking responsibility for the fuck up that they did. All right. So if this sounds like your story, honey, let's keep going. Tell me about group 3's person and the third party. How do they feel about this third party? What are the intentions with them? What are they hiding? And what role does the third party play in the life of group 3's person? What is the likelihood of, in this case, will they go back to the third party? Are they with the third party? How does this affect you? I have questions in this group more than in the other ones. Telling you, always the group 3s. Spirit, when it comes to this person, what are their feelings, intentions, and all those things? All right, we've got the 6 of Wands, the 3 of Cups in the reverse, the World in the reverse, Page of Coins in the reverse, the Hierophant in the reverse, the 8 of Wands in the reverse, the Hanged Man, the 9 of Cups. Very interesting, group 3. This is not an easy situation. The Hermit, Judgment reversed, Page of Cups reversed. So, Virgo energy coming through. So you're trying to see about whether things are going to change in the right time, or when things are changing. You're not necessarily hoping. Some chopper is flying over the house right now. You're not necessarily hoping to get back together, but you're understanding why things have happened, or trying to anyway, with Judgment in the reverse. You're like, this person doesn't see their own ass, and what the hell, right? Hold on. Yeah. Everything is starting to fall into place. It's like you missed the signs before, but now you're going back, you're reviewing, and you're like, okay, that was a red flag. This was a red flag. I missed it, right? You're reviewing something. So your person's feelings for the third party here with the 6 of Wands is they like how this person looks. There's physical attraction here. There's guardedness. But your person doesn't intend on going back to that, because there's been gossip and there's been stuff that has happened. Like other things, the cat's out of the bag type of thing. However, they don't feel that this connection is over. As much as they tell you, I want to be with you, I want to fix things, they still have this person on their mind. Tell me about the Six of Wands. How does group three's person feel about the third party? How does group three's person feel? Foresight in the future, okay? So they're thinking about whether to stay here with you or go there, whether it's going to be divorce, whether they want to avoid this and go in a different direction. They're frustrated. Now, tell me about the intentions of this person. Why the Three of Cups in the reverse? What are group three's person's intentions with the third party? Clown. Degrade, shame, humiliate. There's gossip. There's a lot of gossip in this pile where it's like bad mouthing each other. The third party is doing this, and so is your person. What about this? This is, like I said, this is quite messy. Tell me about what is messy Monday, honey? Locked, missing pieces, detached. Lust, single, independent. Okay, so your person intends on not reuniting with this person and keeping up the appearance that they're unbothered. They could be talking shit about the third party, and I feel like the third party is also doing this. Hold on. How does the third party feel about group three's person? I want to say group one, but it's group three's person. How does this person feel about group three's person? The Three of Swords. They're heartbroken. I feel like your person detached from them. Ace of Coins in the reverse, the Magician reversed. They made a false promise to get something out of them. King of Coins in the reverse. Could have been money, could have been commitment, could have been something. And your person fell short and didn't come through. But yeah, the third party is over here hurting, missing your person. So they're in no contact, or there's been a separation here. Now, what is group three's person hiding with the World in the reverse? What are they hiding? Oops. My goodness gracious. Hold on. They're in that weird in-between where they don't know what to do with this. They don't know if it's over. They don't know if it's about to begin. They're just there. Tell me about the World in the reverse. We've got Capricorn energy coming up. Sagittarius. Pisces. Taurus. Trash. What are their intentions? I mean, what are they hiding? God damn it. What are they hiding? Sunset. Memoir. Finances. Farm. Clown. Shadow. My goodness. Their intention is to clean up their life, pretty much, put this in the past and focus on money and finances. Kind of bury this. Like I said, I feel like your person detached from the third party. They're in that weird in-between phase where something recently ended and they're like, okay, what? I need to clean my life up. I can't fuck it up. Now, the power that the third party holds is not very much. Page of Coins in the reverse. That's why I feel like it's a work or school connection to your person. But they're not as important as, I feel like your person lied to this third party, talking about commitment, talking about something serious. If they're married to you, talking about divorce with you, and it made promises that they didn't keep. Tell me about the Page of Coins in the reverse. What role does the third party play in the life of group three's person? What is their role? Drinks. Okay. What is their role? unfinished business. It's not over, back and forth. Independent, uninvited. The third party is quite insistent in this group. They don't hold very much value in the life of your person. But when it comes to being under the influence, that's when the messaging starts. That's when the whole we're meant to be starts, right? When they're drunk off their asses or under the influence of some sort, trying to make themselves relevant, trying to make themselves important. All right. The likelihood of them getting connected again is not very much. And it seems like there's a fallout with both you and the third party. Miss you. Yeah, there's detachment here. There's separation, possibly a divorce for some of you. Or this person, if they're married, if the third party is the marriage partner, they could be causing your person to drink or have some type of escapist behavior because it feels overwhelming. Here with the Eight of Wands in the reverse, things are not moving forward because we got the Hangman too. So it's like a holding period for you and your person. Maybe blocked communication, no communication, home. Y'all could be sharing a home, live together, but if you do, there's not very much communication happening. It's like business as usual, but there's this sense of missing. All right, hold on. Who are they missing? Give me a major or an even if it is group 3. Give me a chord card or an odd card if they're missing the third party. It's you. They miss you. They're understanding now. They're realizing the weight that you hold. Things are becoming clearer. The moon reversed, the Ten of Swords being fucked up beyond repair. The Empress realizing what they had. Ace of Wands reversed. Five of Swords reversed. It's like the passion died out, or who else got this? I think group 2 might have gotten a similar message. But in this case, you're just trying to detach, not communicate, not think. I mean, you are thinking, but you're not taking action because you feel like you can't. Right now is not the right time. You're trying to figure things out before you take any action at all. What's next here? Why the Hangman? Clown. That's another one with clown. Someone is behaving like a fucking idiot in this group, okay? Your person or the third party. You're trusting your intuition and you're being hopeful about the future. You're just waiting. You're waiting on something to happen or something to come in so that you can escape this situation. Because right now it feels like you're stuck here. You can't really make moves. Your advice is to focus on your own happiness here with the Nine of Cups. What brings you joy? What brings you fulfillment? Tell me about the Nine of Cups. What is the advice for my group 3s? Oops. Shadow, the other side, coexist. What is the advice here for my group 3s? Addiction. Someone is very much into bad habits. Maybe that's how they deal with emotions. There's something that's going to happen here with karma and divine intervention is something is coming through that's going to turn this person's life or behavior around. But it's kind of like a wake-up call here with hidden truth. Cool down. There's something else that's going to be revealed, possibly about a home, possibly about something in the past where it comes to the surface. And it needs to be dealt with here. We've got shadow work. So if this is a connection that you are to remain invested in, you know your person's got a long way to heal. Possibly, yeah, it's a little waiting game right now. If you have found yourself drinking or doing things to cope with this, you're being advised to stop, right? Stop drinking your feelings, stop eating your feelings, stop doing things that are not leading to your happiness, because this situation, it will be cleared up in divine timing. All right. Anything else my group 3 needs to know about this third party situation? What do they need to know? The Fool, you have a new start here. There's a new beginning. But you put this, this sword and close it out so that there can be a transformation and clarity about what's to happen. The new start here is a little bit delayed. I would say within the next 1 to 5 weeks. That time frame, even 10 weeks for some of you, is going to bring a major turnaround in the situation. How this plays out, that's totally up to you. We're not going to get into that. We're just looking at the situation, things that will unfold. In the future, I might do something else like a follow-up reading. But for now, friends, I'm going to leave this reading here. I hope you found this insightful. If you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things. I appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Stay real, stay blessed. Bye.